I love Leakynews.com.
All right.
So, impressions of the tour been so far? It's pretty early on.
Awesome, yeah. This is day 2, but it's an absolute blast so far. I mean, I don't know, it's kind of exhausting already. We're all kind of like, oh my god, we're adjusting to a new schedule, we're adjusting to sleep on buses, we're adjusting to singing every day for like, 30 days, extended periods of time, and doing, strictly singing, whereas like shows, we only have to sing a few songs here and there. This is like greatest hits. You're gonna sing everything.
So you guys played a show in one, like you did one earlier this afternoon. How'd that go?
It was great. Kind of, it's crazy doing afternoon shows because you don't really feel like afternoon shows, especially in doing, doing concerts. You're in these venues, and it's just the audience had just as much energy as an evening audience did. It was insane. So, and yeah, it's crazy doing 2 shows in one day. 2 shows in one day is something we're all definitely getting used to for doing that because it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
Kind of last minute, weren't they? You just sort of threw them in. So that
yeah, they got thrown in. They got thrown in for overflow for like smaller venues like this. Like we decided to just do 2 shows because there'd be hopefully a lot of people that wanted to come and check it out. And then yeah, and it was also tough because last night we had a lot of trouble getting over the border.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had a lot of trouble with because all the merchandise and all the stuff we had.
Yeah,
it was just kind of a pain because we were like, oh no. So we had to keep getting woken up to do stuff with immigration and
get interrogated.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure they took but you made it through. So
we did.
That's the important part. Nobody
Thank God.
How was Ann Arbor?
So much fun. Ann Arbor is so much fun. Because really, for me, it's one of the first times I've been back since being a student. And God, it's just such a special place. And last night was really a night where we were like, this is a really cool thing that we're doing. And it's unbelievable to think that, sorry, everyone's got his Beyonce truck right now. But it was just crazy to think, how many movies, how many concerts I had seen. Whoops. How many just things I had seen at the Michigan Theater, and then we were performing it. The fact that we had done the show at Studio One up in North Campus and the Walgreens Drama Center, and we were performing these same songs 3 years later, 2.5 years later, in the Michigan Theater. And it was the craziest thing we've ever done. So we were all pretty scared in the beginning, and then the show started, and like the place was packed. It's like an enormous theater. I've seen a lot of stuff in that place, and to watch it from the other end was just like...
I was actually watching this video of like behind the scenes stuff, I guess, from your first show of AVPM.
Yeah.
And how different is that? Like what's the... Because I saw the atmosphere was actually pretty crazy. I mean, it wasn't as many people as this, but there were a lot of people, and they were so excited and lined up.
We were all very excited to do the first show. The thing is, it's just one of those things where you can't really. It's just such a different thing because the first show, we didn't really know if people were going to come see it. We didn't know if people were gonna be. We're on just a great Beyonce kick here. Yeah, it was just. It was still the same wackiness. We're a little more prepared now.
Yeah.
With things, we're a little more prepared. We handle things with a little more with some more ease because we have because more thought goes into things.
Yeah.
So for the first show, it's just kind of we had such a blast doing it, but it was one of those things where we didn't really
know what to expect.
Didn't know what to expect.
How different is Canada? Have you been to Canada before, or?
I've never been to Canada, actually, which is crazy, especially with being like an hour away at Michigan.
Yeah.
It wasn't that far to get there. But it's crazy. It is a different country.
Yeah.
It totally is a different country. And we were in there, and we were walking around today, and I was like, it's funny how in the States a lot of stuff is in English, and then the alternative is Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And here it's funny how it's like English, and then the alternative is French, and you go, oh, great. This is just so, it's just so exotic.
So, Ottawa.
Oh, sad. What's the capital of Canada?